Hi, my name is JJ. I'm the Interop GM, and I'm here today at Hot Stage, where we're getting ready for the Las Vegas show in just a week or so. And joining me is Jeff Enders from HP, and he is one of our Hot Stage managers.
Hello there.
So Jeff, tell me a little bit about where you're from and what your role is on Interop.
Sure. I'm Jeff Enders, and I'm with HP's Technology Services. And HP has brought in, so the InteropNet network is not just about the show itself and the network you see when you're at the show. It's also about there's 3 co-locations that are up in around the country, and HP is providing some data networking, security, and a virtualized environment in the Newark, New Jersey colo.
Oh, okay.
So, and I'm part of the Technology Services organization, as I mentioned, and I'm the Solutions Architect and the IPv6 Portfolio Manager.
Fantastic. And you're here all the way from Chicago.
I am, yep,
in the
out of
lovely
Chicago.
Town of Brisbane, California.
Yes.
And can you tell me a little bit about, because I know you've been doing the InteropNet for a few years now,
Yeah.
what is particularly exciting about this year on the technology front?
Yeah, so I've been with Interop. This is my 5th year, I believe, and my 9th show or something. I'm losing track, but been doing it quite a few years. And this year is especially exciting for HP. As with every year, HP is really about innovation right now and being able to see all the different vendors bringing their different products. And InteropNet is really great to see the latest, greatest from each vendor.
Yep.
Everybody brings out kind of that bleeding edge stuff to really see if they can push it in this environment where interop is key, flexibility is key. And so it's great for HP to be able to bring in our flex network architecture as an example and be able to show that interoperability and flexibility in an environment where it's very, very challenging because of the constant moving parts within this environment.
Moving parts, moving people.
Exactly.
Good group of people behind us
Very
working
good.
on this.
Very good.
So, what's an example of something that could go wrong?
Something that could go wrong would be everything works. And what I mean by
works?
yes, what I mean by that is again, this is really about that interoperability and innovation. And so being able to see what happens when we start plugging things together, and things are not going to work the first time every time, right? And so seeing what doesn't work and what we can do to simplify it. This network is really about simplifying things. So HP is very much about simplifying network architectures right now. We strongly believe in this. We believe that a simplified architecture helps to reduce operational costs and management costs. So in this environment, being able to simplify those environments down to a functional, stable, but yet simple working environment is key. So that interoperability part here is what we like to see.
Okay.
So.
And then you were just telling me a few minutes ago, this is also a very nice training ground for HP employees to come into the hot stage and check things out. Can you tell me a little bit about that? How you use that internally?
Yeah, we brought in a number of folks last year, and what the feedback from everybody that I've ever brought into this environment is they just can't believe how good the training is here. Just not structured training, but that ability
it's real life training.
Yeah, right, exactly. To again see the different vendors working together and see the different levels of people that are involved in this, and then from an equipment standpoint, really having if you will, a playground to be able to try different things, right? So especially here where it's okay if we break things sometimes, that's okay, and so it's good to try things out here and make sure that we're going to be able to have that stable environment that's able to respond quickly, that we're able to respond quickly to any issues that come up. So
great.
Yes.
So Jeff, can you tell me a little bit more about the specific HP technologies that we're incorporating into Hot Stage?
Yeah, absolutely. As I mentioned, we've brought in kind of 3 different areas. We brought in a data networking component, brought in a security component, and then a virtualized environment. So up in that Newark, New Jersey co-location, we have our flex network architecture, which consists of like our 8800 router, which is a 10 gigabit router. This environment's challenging because we've got multiple, 3 is to be specific, 3 gigabit pipes that come from the internet down into those co-locations. So that's totally 9 gig from the internet down into all 3 colos. And so we've got that 8800 there to handle that load. And then we've got some of our other top of rack switches, like our 10 gig 5820 switches and our 5500 switches. And then on the security side, we brought in our tipping point 6100N IPS, which is a 8 gig forwarding throughput IPS box. So that's a very, very hot box that we came out with recently. And then on the virtualized side, we have our C3000 blade chassis in there to provide some virtualized environments where different vendors host their management and monitoring solutions.
Okay.
So.
And all of these products will also be part of the HP booth in Las Vegas?
They will, yep. Every
Okay.
one of those will be in the booth, and plus a few more. Like for example, actually in the Denver Colo, we have on a virtualized environment there, we are running our IMC. Which is our Intelligent Management Center, and so that manages all of not just our components, but also gives me visibility into all the other vendors because
okay.
it's a
Very
it's a multi-vendor management platform, so we can see what's happening with the other vendors, so we don't start troubleshooting something that may not be on our side.
Well, very exciting times.
Very good.
Thank you so much. I'll let you go back to it.
Excellent. Thank you guys very much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.